to 14th. That means this international break is ending on 14th of September 2024. That means by weekend we'll be having back our Premier Leagues, we'll be having back our Serie A's, we'll be having back our La Ligas. It's going to be all fun. I hope you're ready because we'll be dropping match previews back to back. Hello, Kitchen Sports Update fans and subscribers. It's nice seeing you again and dropping this video for you. And a big welcome to our first time viewers, people who are viewing this channel or our video for the first time. I just want to implore you to subscribe, like, share, and comment. This engagement helps you see our post, helps you see our videos. Whenever we drop a video, you'll get notified and see it and follow up on what we are doing. And be rest assured, this is your best home for sports highlights, football prediction, match review, and transfer news. Everything you want to know as a lover of football, we just deliver it to you here and in good quality too. Earlier in my last video, I told you guys that I'll be dropping this video tonight. And this video, it's all about international break. Like what propelled me to drop this video, it's I was having a conversation with someone, a friend of mine who's also a football lover, but I think he just started watching football new. So he was like, what's international break and what's it all about? And I was like, explaining to him like what international break is, and it came to mind that I should be able to like drop a video on what international break it's all about, so that sports and football lovers will be able to understand it and know its place in football. And not only this, I think from time to time I will be dropping content or videos on what will I say on some words we use in football. I will just be jumping it maybe little by little until every subscriber get to know and fully participate in football conversation, because it's somehow that maybe you're in the midst of friends and you guys are discussing about football, and in the middle of the conversation you are lost, maybe because you're not updated in football news and football shadows, in football terminologies. You don't know what it's all about. So when they talk and you are like, what's it all about? So in this channel we'll like educate you all about football and still bring to you match highlights, match prediction, and all of that. So just stay tuned, and I hope it's going to be fun, and I hope it's worth your time. So international break, this is a period where what will I say, domestic leagues are pending. Leagues like Premier League, Champions League, Europa, yeah, La Liga. Every league are being like paused. It's called the domestic leagues. They are being paused so that players can go and represent their nations in international competitions like World Cup qualifiers, and AFCON, and other international like Finalissima and other international competitions that have been played. That's what international break is basically all about. So a time that domestic leagues like Premier Leagues and other leagues are being paused so that players can go and serve their country, represent their country on the big platforms. You understand? Okay, so I've basically talked about the purpose of the international break. This is the sole purpose of the international break, so that players could be able to represent their country. So what's the impact of international breaks in football? In football, what's the impact of international break? League disruption. Like it's now like this, there is international break, and players can't play for their clubs because leagues are paused. No league is going on now. Like currently now, no league is being played. Like the Premier League is not being played. Champions League is on pause. La Liga is on pause. Serie A is on pause. Bundesliga is on pause. And these are the top leagues in Europe. League One is on pause. No league is being played. So it disrupts. What will I say? It disrupts the leagues. These are the impact of international break. And not only that, it gives room for tactical adjustment. What do I mean by this? Like, because like these leagues have been paused. Club coaches use this time to like take a step back, look at how they've been performing, because it's a huge break for them, for the club coach. They just take a step back, re-strategize, change their tactics, and know how they can actually like get to come up with a new formation, the new tactics, where they can actually place players and also look at their player, like step outside the box and look at their player. This is a time for where coaches like, okay, let me use Jude Bellingham for an instance. Maybe Ancelotti at this point will be looking at Jude Bellingham to know his flaws, know his difficulties when he is not playing for him, so that when he comes back, he'll be able to say, Jude, I noticed this, and I'm going to factor it in while you are playing for our club. These are one of the benefits of international break. And another impact on the team is injuries or fatigue. Like during international break, this is like and I kind of one of the impacts. I'm talking about the impact of international break, injuries or fatigue. Sometimes when players go for international break and assuming like they don't play, like it's like what will I say, they are out of action. Like a player like Obama now, who is currently was not called up with the squad of England, did not play throughout this international break. You can imagine Apart from maybe he might be training privately, but his act of action for like throughout this period of the international break for like 2 weeks now, he's out of action. So if he's not a hardworking player, he might come back feeling fatigue, like not being that physically fit. Do you understand? And another impact is fitness. Some players who played well gain much more confidence to come and play for the club. You know, you can imagine if I could play this, if I could play this like if I could play like this in a big stadium, or what I say, in a big platform like the Euro, I could play much better. You know, understand, in a smaller platform. That's like a player like Yamin Yamal, who did so well during this period, can come back with much more confidence to play for his club. So these are like the effects of the international break on the team and the players. International break also gives rooms for what we call squad rotation. Wow. Squad rotation. Which team like use an example now? So you guys don't know what I'm saying. Squad rotation. Okay, the perfect team to use as an example now is Chelsea. Chelsea that has let me say first 11, second 11, third 11. I don't know what they're doing with their whole players, but I wish them well this season. But international breaks gives room for squad rotation, where coaches get to observe their teams, and maybe those who didn't come back on time due to injuries or maybe delayed flight or anything. The coach will say, okay, because you didn't come back on time and didn't train us, I will bench you for now, and I can rotate a little bit and use this person and use this person and see how it goes. So these are one of the benefits of international break. International break also helps in increasing exposure. Wow, increase in exposure. Yeah. It does a lot, because international break, it's like a time that players go to play for their country, right? In a big international global platform like the World Cup. Everybody's interested in what in the World Cup, even those who are not football lovers, because your country is participating, you want to watch the World Cup. You understand? So imagine like players who are not well known being playing in such big platform, and they play so well, people get to notice them quickly, and clubs even get to start out for players during international breaks. Clubs tend to look for players to buy, players who are performing well, players who are representing well, say, this guy is doing well, I think we should go for him. You understand? It works in two ways. It's a big exposure for the player, to gain more fans, to gain more popularity, and to gain more seen on a global platform. And it's also a time for clubs to start for players to look out for who to buy, who is doing well, who is who. You understand? So that is it for exposure. And I want to talk about this also. It also has an effect, like if you don't play so well during the international break, it has a way of also reducing the value of a player. Like a player who is expected, like so much is expected from you, and during the international break you flop, it has a way of reducing your value. So I'm going to quickly list out the schedules of the international break of this season, 2024-2025 season. I'm going to list it out. I believe that so far you've been able to understand what international break is all about. So it's not something you should frown to. It's something you should appreciate because of its impact, its benefits, and of course, everything that has an advantage has a disadvantage also. But I think they should continue. FIFA should continue promoting international breaks, because after all, it's those big competitions that helps like bring the world together, and you know, and also pave way for upcoming players to be seen by clubs. So schedules for international break 2024/2025 season. It's we've observed one international break scheduled for 2nd September to 14th. That means this international break is ending on 14th of September 2024. That means by weekend we'll be having back our Premier Leagues, we'll be having back our Serie A's, we'll be having back our La Ligas. It's going to be all fun. I hope you're ready, because we'll be dropping match reviews back to back on each team, on each match rather. We'll be dropping back reviews back to back, and get ready for a massive win and a massive fun for football lovers. If you're betting, make sure you stake what you can lose, and make sure that I say this always, this is just for you to know the outcome of a match before the match starts. So having said that, the next time we are to expect an international break this season, it's on October 7th till October 19th, 2024. That's the next international break coming up this season. The next international break coming up after that is the one on November. That's from November 11th till November 19th, 2024. That's the next international break coming up this season. Then after that, the next international break we're going to see, the last international break we're going to see for the season, it's March 2025. That's going to happen from March 17, 2025 to March 25th, 2025. That's these are the 4 international break we are observing this season. We've already observed one which is going to end on 14th, And having said this, I hope you don't get to frown when you're not watching your favorite Premier League match and when you're not watching your favorite Champions League because of international break, because you've gotten to know the benefits. Though we'll be missing some players like break and Mendy and some other players who get injured this process of international break. That's what it also comes about, because it's not easy to represent your country. It's not easy to be a nation hero. It's a huge opportunity being called home to come and serve your country in the place of football. So I hope you don't get to frown at it, because so many people get opportunities, upcoming players get opportunities during international break, because some clubs will not sign on unproven players. So if you have the opportunity to prove yourself through your country or through the platform of your country, oh, that's superb. You could get seen or get seen by a club through that. So international break is actually of a great benefit to both the player, the club, the coach, and everyone, even us watching, because it's a thing of joy to see great players come home to play for your country. It's a thing of joy. So people complain, hey, I don't win so much during international break, that's why I don't really like it. I don't really have fun during international break, and I don't really like it, because I say that football lovers always have fun when they have to know or get to know the outcome of a match even before the match starts. So why don't you win so much, or why don't you get to know or predict your the international matches so well? Is because because you forget that the national team the national team is made up of different players coming from different clubs to play for the national team. And if you have to predict an international match, one, you have to factor in the players that are coming back from various clubs to come and play for their country. Two, you have to factor in the coaches. Sometimes they are not popular coaches. You have to factor in the coaches, their track records, how far they've gone in the international matches. You have to factor this in. It's the quality of players they are that is playing the match, and the quality of players they are playing against. When you know these things about a team, you'll be able to predict their strength. You'll be able to predict the match outcome. You understand? I hope you get me, because it's easier for us. Maybe you try to predict Premier League. It's easier because you've been following it. It's been consistent. But international matches, they always go to break from time to time, and it's not a break. It's not a short break. It's always a long break. So for you to decipher their form, you have to decipher first individually. You have to know their capacity individually. Then you now put into consideration that these people are not playing together for a long time, that they are coming home to play together with different experiences, different behaviors, and different tactics. And I will also say this is one of the benefits of international break, because players get to exchange experiences, exchange ideas that they will take home to their various club. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn on your notification button, because a lot of good predictions are going to be coming up for the season that is going to kickstart again, like the Premier League, the La Liga, Bundesliga. I will be trying my best to see if I can preview each match before the start and drop the video here. And even if I don't get to preview them over the video, I will always come up here to give you like what I think is going to be the match outcomes. And I'll try my best to always drop the reasons here, so that, because I like it. Some people like will come back to the video after the match has been played and say, "Wow, it's actually the right thing," because it gives me joy. Sometimes me too, I do come back to my video to say, "Wow, it went as I predicted it." It's actually a thing of joy. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and stay glued on this channel, because more updates, more football analysis, more information on football, I will drop them here. I don't have anything to say. I believe you've learned something, one or two things from this video that you can always talk or say about international break. So when you hear someone criticize you have something to say. When you feel like you have you want to add an opinion, you already have a basics of what to say, so you'll not be saying things out of context, because I've already told you right now what international break is all about.